there, this is Linda from Linda Loves Creating, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. In this video, I'm putting together my Project Life spread for the week of May 22nd through May 28th, 2023, and I am working with the May Stories by the Month kit from Ali Edwards. Let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, this was a super busy week towards the end of May here. May was kind of like, it ended kind of rough. I think just because I was so busy, I was pretty kind of stressed out. And I have a lot of photos for this week. I'm trying to decide kind of where I want to lay them out. I went to Brooklyn, which was a big piece of the week. So let's see, this, and this are from my Brooklyn trip. And I have quite a few too many photos here. I'm trying to decide. I went to Kerber multiple times. So I might actually have too many photos here. I might do an insert or I might remove some. But I'm going to be working with the May Stories by the Month kit. I'm thinking I might want an insert here. So I haven't even opened this kit yet. I have been putting these aside to use in my One Little Word album, even though I'm very far behind on that. And then neither of these I want to use in Project Life, so I'm going to put those aside. These labels are adorable. Same with these labels. And then there's the chipboard. Wow, I like this kit a lot. So I need a title card for up here. Let's see here. I'm thinking this one would be really cute for a title card, so I'm going to go ahead and use that right there. And then, let's see. So I have been doing this one to do kind of like a recap of the month. Actually, you know what? I think that this is going to be good because I'm going to just tell some stories there. I'm going to tell the story of my New York City trip on that. This is just a filler. And then 3 other stories. I could also use these on some of my photos. I think that I could cut these out. I'm thinking I could do, well, I don't really want to cover up much of this photo. But I like these on these 3 photos, but I don't know about, you know what, I can put it on this one too. And then I will add some of these, the chipboard. So let's see here. See what chipboard I'm working with. So this memories one is super cute. I could put this here if I don't put one of these. So let me just think about what stories I want to tell. So I have a story I want to tell that I'm not gonna, no, I think I'm gonna put the award ceremony on this because I have so many other stories. This is my New York City trip. These are highlights of May. Let's see. I don't have good stuff. I love that for my ice cream. Showing up in May. And put that one there. Documenting today. There. And then making me so happy right here. Okay, so I think that looks about it. This one is going to come together super simple. It usually does when I work with one of these kits. And if I didn't want to cut that up, I could use these to tell extra stories. I think I'm going to be able to fit that one and this on here though, because there's a lot of black space on there. But basically all I need to do now is cut these out and do my journaling and add my date on here. I'm trying to see if there's no, I think I'm just gonna put my dates on here, and I could, use one of these, but let me see what the stamps look like. Maybe this currently right there. Actually, I really like that currently to make some embellishments, just to add something else to this. Well, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm going to go ahead and put this spread together and you guys will come along for the ride.
Okay, this one comes together really quickly, and I feel like that's always the case when I work with the Stories by the Month kits. I think that they're just very general themed, and they work so well for the month. So if you are looking for something that is super easy for this project, just to get the project put together quickly, or if you struggle to, get your spreads done, then I think I would really recommend the Stories by the Month kits for this project. So I used my mega rolling date stamp to add the dates to that title card, and that stamp is from Studio Calico. I don't love it. It's very hard to turn, but I do really love the way that they look on the page. I took this 4x6 card from the kit that had these 4 currently spots on it, and I cut them out. And I'm using them for extra journaling spots on 4 of my photos. This week was super busy, so there were just a lot of stories I wanted to tell. So I was able to add some of those stories on these journaling spots. This photo here, my daughter won an award on Thursday night. So I went down to New York City on Wednesday night, and then I had to work in the city on Thursday morning, and then I drove home and went to her award ceremony Thursday night. I also went out to lunch with her on Friday and just went out to dinner with some friends on Friday, just had a bunch of stuff going on. So I have a lot of photos this week, and this kit worked perfectly with the number of cards in the kit and how many photos I had. But then these extra currently spots allowed me the opportunity to add more journaling than just what would fit on the cards in the kit, especially because that May 3 Things card, I'm using that to write some highlights from the month itself rather than from this week. So I took a little break there, and then I came back and I'm continuing adhering these down and adding my journaling. I like that these allow me to add journaling specifically to each photo as opposed to on a journaling card that is separate. So I was able to write a little bit more about these specific snippets, especially the 3 photos that I added it to that were from the city. One was of my lunch, one was the view from my office, and one was a picture with a friend that walked around the city with me. And so I was able to kind of tell a little bit of these stories about those. And then this card here, it does say celebrating, but instead of really following that prompt, I decided to write the overall story of going down to Brooklyn for work and just kind of what I did and what the work part was and what the overall trip was, and just kind of an overview of that because I did write some more specific details on those other spots. This journaling card from the kit was perfect because it had 3 spots, so I was able to add 3 more stories from the week that didn't fit on any of the other cards. And you'll see here, I kind of paused there because I was thinking, and I decided I had a 4th story I wanted to tell, the story about my daughter meeting up with me for lunch one day. And so instead of putting it on this card, I added that little label sticker from the kit onto that photo of me and her. I originally hadn't wanted to add a label onto there because that card or that photo was very crowded already, but I didn't really have the space to add that story anywhere else because on that 3-story card, I already had 3 stories I want to tell. One of them I'm going to write after I finish filming. And then here is my recap card. So I'm looking back through my Project Life album. I always use the Stories by the Month kit in the final week of the month. So I'm able to flip back through and see the other weeks to kind of pick some highlights. So for May, I focused on the 3 stories I chose was all of the hikes and getting outside that I did during the month of May, my trip to New York City that actually happened during this week, and my daughter's 18th birthday. So those were the 3 highlights that I put on that card. And I really like just having that recap at the end of the month. I also did something similar for 2022 using the Stories by the Month kit. If Allie does create some repeated cards again in 2024, I might do something similar because I do really like that kind of continuation throughout my entire album. I went over to my stash and pulled out 3 word phrase strip sheets that had some colors that matched the kit. I pulled a yellow one, a light blue, and then I always pull a white one. I don't know. I just like the white space that it provides with next to the colors. It just calms it a little bit. And I'm adding some label stickers. Some of them are around chipboard pieces where I just put maybe 1 or 2. And then on that photo with my daughter, I layered 3 of them on there to fill the rest of the label because my journaling just hadn't taken up the full circle and it had just kind of a blank space. And then I put some layered ones on my title card here. Usually I would add them to corners of photos as well, but my photos are very busy on this spread. There's just a lot going on. I have all those journaling spots that I added to some of the photos. I have some chipboard pieces that I pulled from the kit. So it is a very busy spread, but I like that because it was a very busy week. So I feel like that theme just really fits. So I was putting everything in the pockets and then I was getting frustrated with how busy my desk was. So I picked up the kit and put it back into the envelope. I will probably pull it out again in the future to put together another project because there were a lot of elements left. And then here's a look at the finished spread. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.